Hello, everyone. Maybe it was just a single lightning strike during a stormy night tens of thousands of years ago that gave humanity the life we have today. But the terrifying part is, when humans saw fire for the very first time, they did not see it as a miracle at all. They thought it was a monster, devouring the entire forest alive. Today, we probably don't think much about fire anymore. Every morning, we simply turn on the stove, and there it is. If we want food, we cook. If we feel cold, we turn on the heater. Everything feels completely normal. But did you know, there was once a very long time when humans had no idea what fire was. Stay until the end of this video, because what happened next changed human history forever. Back then, people lived inside caves. They ate raw meat. At night, they shivered in the freezing cold, terrified by the sounds of wild animals roaring in the dark forest. Then, suddenly, one terrible stormy night arrived. The wind howled loudly. Thunder crashed non-stop across the sky. And then, a massive lightning bolt struck the forest near the tribe. Within seconds, the entire forest burst into bright red flames. Primitive humans had never seen anything so horrifying before. The fire glowed bright red. It danced wildly. It crackled loudly. It swallowed tree after tree. Smoke filled the sky. People panicked and ran for their lives. Some fell to their knees, believing the gods were angry. Some held their children and cried. Others believed a giant monster had appeared in the forest. For many days, no one dared to go near the burning forest. Until one day, a young man from the tribe slowly walked closer. By then, the fire was almost gone. Only a few glowing branches were still burning softly. And that's when he noticed something strange.
The animals burned by the fire smelled much better than raw meat. He was starving. At first, he was terrified. But finally, he gathered the courage to taste a small piece. And that may have been the very first time in history a human being ate cooked food. The meat was softer, more delicious, much easier to chew. And from that moment on, everything began to change. The tribe slowly stopped fearing fire so much. They discovered that wild animals were afraid of flames. At night, if there was fire outside the cave, many dangerous beasts would stay away. For the first time ever, humans felt slightly stronger than nature itself. But here's the problem. They still didn't know how to create fire. They only knew how to protect it. So whenever they had a flame, they guarded it day and night. If someone accidentally fell asleep and the fire went out, the entire tribe panicked. Because to get fire again, they had to wait for another lightning strike. Some tribes kept their fire alive for months. They carried slowly burning branches everywhere they traveled. The elders of the tribe used to say, back then, the person who protected the fire was the most important person in the entire tribe. Years later, humans finally discovered something incredible. If they rubbed two stones together hard enough or spun a wooden stick very quickly, tiny sparks would appear. And that became one of the biggest turning points in human history. Once humans learned how to create fire, they began cooking food every single day. And this was extremely important. Many scientists believe that cooked food helped the human brain grow faster.
because the body could absorb nutrients much better. Then, because of fire, humans learned how to make pottery, how to melt metal, how to create tools like knives, how to make weapons. And slowly, they began building civilization itself. Without fire, there might be no cities today, no cars, no electricity, and no modern world at all. Isn't it strange? The very thing that terrified humans the most became the beginning of human civilization. Now, every time we turn on the stove, almost nobody thinks about this story anymore. That little flame we see every day once caused our ancestors to run away in terror through the dark night. And yet, from that tiny flame, humans slowly walked out of caves and eventually created the modern world we live in today. Sometimes, the thing that scares us the most at first ends up changing our lives forever. If you enjoy fascinating and mysterious true stories like this, please subscribe to LizLandFunny and share this video with your friends, because there are still many ancient mysteries waiting for us to discover together. Thank you for watching.